confidence, with them, being a great defense and a run-stop defense and putting up the yards that we did, overall, O-line did a great job, and Trey and Nick, they contribute with a lot of yards. So that puts a lot of confidence, with us, that we did that. So we're going to take that into the next game and try to do it again.
What do you see as the specific challenges that Missouri can present as far as the run defense?
They have a great defensive line, great defensive end, so I think that's going to be, that's a big strength for them. And I think that's going to be a big challenge for us, but, I think we'll find a way.
Talk about the offense as a whole. How much potential do you guys have to get better than you are now?
I think we, gotta get a lot better. Each week we just try to, get better week by week, and we still haven't had our best game yet. So, and we got a lot of improvement to do. But, I think it's scary, that day that we do, have that best game. So it's a lot of room for improvement there.
Corey, a lot of people seem to think that the dome and the turf gives the offenses an advantage. Do you feel that way?
I've heard that. I really don't know. You do play a little bit faster on turf, but I think that can contribute more to offensive, than it does defensive type team. But I really don't know.
Corey, talk about when you're watching Trey, like on the last drive of the second quarter there, when he did just about all by himself.
Yeah,
just talk about his mentality to run like that.
Yeah, Trey's a great running back, and Trey has a mentality of nobody can bring me down, and especially not one person by himself. And he's a great running back, and that's a big part. That's a big strength for him is power running, and he does that all the time. So it's just a part of him.
Trey, he's going to have a pretty big decision to make at the end of the season for his future. How much have you guys talked about that just in meetings, being around each other and stuff like that?
We really haven't talked about it much. It has been brought up, but overall we just try to just keep the focus on the season more, and just focus on what we have in front of us instead of just on personal things.
Corey, this is kind of a strange question, but watching film, have you ever lost track of the ball when y'all have the zone read? Because the defenses certainly do sometimes.
I actually have. Nick and Trey, they do a great job of, doing the reads, and sometimes when we do watch film, and even coach, it have a trick coach that he thought Nick had the ball and Trey had it, and vice versa.
Coach Malzahn said that Nick should be in the Heisman discussion. What do you think?
I agree. He's a great quarterback, and he's made plays all over the field for us throughout the season, and without some of those plays he's made, I don't think we'd be in the position that we are now.
How does he change his on and off the field? He seems to be much more comfortable even talking to media guys.
Yeah, throughout the season, it has calmed down where he's more comfortable on and off the field, and I think he's just getting more into the groove of it and accepting the fact that he's a big part of this offense.
Has he got a group he hangs out with? Has he got to that point where he's got some buddies he hangs out with, comfortable with?
Not really. He has his couple guys, but he doesn't really just hang with the group. With him being the quarterback, I think he knows that, so he tries to mingle with everybody.
How much did his play against Mississippi State and that last-minute touchdown kind of elevate his confidence and y'all's confidence in him?
With it being in that situation and at the last minute of the game and going for the win, I think after making that play, that put a lot of confidence in him, and knowing that he could do that, and throughout the season just keep making plays like that.
Or you're from around here, so people that probably know the significance of the Iron Bowl. What are some of the best texts and calls that you've received from fans or friends? What are some of the craziest things they've said?
I really haven't got any crazy texts yet, but just from, like you said, being around here, probably the best feeling is Bama fans actually texting me and congratulating me and not having any harsh things to say.
What was that scene like for you? What was your experience on the field after the game? Fans come up to you or what?
Yeah, I actually really couldn't believe it at first, that we had actually did it, because I was following the ball throughout the play, and I didn't see Chris back there on the goal line because I was just following the ball. But as I followed the ball, he caught it, and after he turned the corner and I saw he made the kicker miss, I knew from there, we had won, but I was just still in shock.
With all the national hype, and I know Chris Davis got a standing ovation in class, is it hard to kind of shut that out and focus on one game and not look forward?
Yeah, it is. That is hard, to shut that out with, that was a great win, probably one of the best Iron Bowls of all time. But, we got to, this game this week's going to be even bigger, so we got to shut that out and, look forward.
Are your grandkids gonna be hearing about that play, figure?
I believe they will. They will.
Is that, how long do you think, you know, a little something about the rivalry, is that gonna be forgotten? Is that gonna be one of those plays that?
I don't think that'll never be forgotten, especially on the type of play it was. You know, a field goal taken back for a touchdown. That rarely happens. So that was just a great play.
Corey, Trey, 18 rushing touchdowns now. Yet he's kind of starting to get a little bit of pub with the Heisman and stuff like that. Do you feel he's being kind of overlooked at all for his performance?
Yeah, you know, I do. You know, Trey's a big part of his offense, and you know, he works hard, and you know, I think without him, you know, throughout the season, we probably wouldn't be where we are either. So I think he is getting overlooked a little bit.
Is there a belief on this team that it's a close game at the end, something's gonna happen, that we're gonna win? I mean, it doesn't matter how unlikely it may seem.
Yeah, you know, it came to the end. You know, Coach always says if it comes down to the end, we're going to find a way to win. So I kind of, you know, had the feeling that, you know, we're going to win, but like Coach says, we're going to find a way. So it was kind of iffy, but I knew it was going to come through.
Do you believe in like mystical forces at work here?
No, I don't. It's just, I don't know. It was a great play.
Well, Corey, kind of on that, I mean, have you got a chance to kind of just compartmentalize the fact that, you know, teams go years or decades without having plays like you guys have had in 2 consecutive games?
Yeah, you know, I thought about that. You know, past 2 games, you know, it came down to the last play of the game, and it came to, you know, work out in our favor. But like against Georgia, you know, that was just a miracle. You know, it was just a great play. But I kind of look at this game, you know, that's kind of more of a coaching standpoint. You know, to put Chris back there, you know, coaches, you know, with their job, you know, they should know stuff like that. And I think that was just a great deal of coaching from our coaches, putting Chris back there in that situation, and with that happening.
Corey, I saw a video of Coach Lashley dancing in the locker room after the game. What's it like to see your coaches that excited?
Yeah, you know, that was a great sight to see. Seeing a coach, you know, dance in the locker room with the players, and to see that excitement from him, that just made everybody else even more excited.
How do you grade his moves?
Since he might see this, I say a 10.
When y'all gonna get Gus? I mean, what's it gonna take to get Gus to do that?
I don't believe that ever happened. Never.